Welcome back, everyone, to another Java lesson with Evan. Or actually, we changed the name, Java Lessons and More episode with Evan Gaunshore. Java Lessons and More with Evan Gaunshore. See, it rhymes. Um, I'm playing around a little bit on YouTube with the Zoom. Let me know if you like this. It's a little more streamlined. Um, I don't think this episode's going to be too long. We're going to keep the same structure we had last time. So, if you didn't see it, it's an if statement that takes in your age with the scanner object that we called Scanny. And then, excuse me, it says like you are able to vote, and we only gave it one action, so that's just like a plain if statement. But what you can do is add an else to it. So we just take what we have, and I mean, you don't have to, as you saw last time, but it's good programming practice to kind of tab this in. So we'll tab it in. That's the line under the if. And then to do an else, I think it might autocorrect this. Let's see. No, it didn't. Okay. But it's like good practice to line up your ifs and your else's. So whoops. If you go too far, that's what happens, and you just kind of line it up again. Silly Evan not lining it up quite right. But anyway, and I'm actually going to change this to a print ln from what we originally had. So if you didn't catch the last episode, go check that out right now. But anyway, so all we had was a program where you entered your age, and if you were under the legal age of 18, which we made a constant, I don't think we need to really, yeah, introduce any other new concepts. I think this is enough. Uh, so, what did I do? I don't know what I did, but I made the computer upset. So if we go system.out.println, this is under the S, or we can just do a print because we're not building on this anymore right now. What do? We say, so before we had you are not able to vote. So now it'll have an alternative action, which will be we'll just say, okay, we'll say you can vote. You can vote. How about come on in? Or whatever they say. Or I guess, yeah, I don't know. This isn't like a polling place. If this were like a virtual polling place in a video game or something like that, or like a simulation of a polling place. Anyway, I'm blabbing. We'll file, save this. What did that say? Escape virtual desktop. I don't know what that is. I thought it said escape. I'm a big escape room fan, so I'm just a little surprised that it said that. But anyway, it's not an escape room. We're gonna build it, compile it, hopefully run into no errors. All I did was add the else onto it. So it's just the format is if, in parentheses, you put some condition. If it meets that condition, the line beneath it with a semicolon at the end of it is executed. So that's our first print statement. You are not able to vote if you're under 18. Else, so that's the next line down. You type the word else, E-L-S-E, like Elsa from Frozen, but with an E at the end instead of an A, for those of you Disney fans. Which I'm sure you can tell I am one. Anyway, system.out.print, uh, and that with the semicolon, so it would be you can vote, come on in if we were doing a voting simulation. And so it'll execute that if your age, which is the age that we'll enter here, is greater than or equal to the legal age, which is 18. So if we run this, let's do our example from last time. So it's waiting for me to enter my age, and you can print something out to indicate that to the user. But in this case, I just saved a little time and code in your time and my time, although I'm blabbing a good bit this time, I apologize. So when we entered 17, it said you are not able to vote. If we enter the age 18 now, it says you can vote, come on in. And I hope to add a little bit, I think, next time of an enhancement to that. And let's just say you're 21, because that's a fun age. Um, and again, we get that response. Since it's greater than or equal to 18, which we see 18 and 21 are, you can vote, come on in. So we get that alternative option, while as opposed to last time, it just didn't say anything. So that's the idea of an else, where it covers the other part of that, so that you can get two different printouts or two different options. Like if you're gluten free or lactose intolerant or something, and you don't want to have meat or dairy or whatever it is, then it'll say, okay, if you're vegan, then here's an option, else here's another option. So you could have two different menus. There's a load of applications for this kind of stuff. It's kind of the whatever you can imagine, really is. That's the cool part about coding. And yeah, I just hope you learned something, and let me know if you have any questions or feedback. And hopefully we'll catch you with another lesson again soon. I think it'll be a little bit before we do another fun thing. Uh, but I didn't feel like I should call it purely Java lessons with Evan anymore, since we're throwing in some fun stuff every once in a while. But uh, again, thank you, and yeah, keep on coding.